So yesterday I went through everything that was new in Timberborn Update 6, but I just read through the blog post for Steam update. Today I thought I would I thought we would check out all the new stuff and what they look like in the game. Let's start simply with the biggest thing that we got in the update 6, and that is all the water changes. So right here we have the sluice. I think that's how it's pronounced. I have no idea. It's a weird word. And as you can see, it's very similar to the floodgates, except few things. First, you have more options here compared to a floodgate. So for example, you can always have it open, you can always have it closed, but you also have automatic. And the big difference here between the floodgates and the sluice is this thing up here. It checks how much water is in front of it. Just give me a second here. It checks how much water is in front of it and if it should release more water through or not. Hang on. So here it is. This is what it looks like when you want to build it. You have an arrow, and that's the way water goes. And then when you press on one of these, you get this dark blue square. And what it does is it checks the depth below in the block in front. So we have the sluice in this block right here, and it's checking the depth in the next block. If it's above a certain range, it will stop releasing water. This was, I don't know why, it was strange for me to understand why we need this, but it's actually quite clever. So what it does is, as you can see here, we have water being released from one end. So we have a stop right here. Then we have next stop right here, which goes all the way to this, to these sluices. And then we have the rest. So we have two water reserves, and this is the good part. For example, right on this one, I'll go through this one. But what if we close it off? Let's speed it up. It will shut down in a second. And there we go. Now the water will start to fill up. And look at that. We have depth, downstream depth is 0.5, the limit we set up here. And now no water is gonna get in this area at all, in this water reserve. So this is a fantastic way to automate large water reserves, and it's working really wonderful. So that's the first thing we have. Then we also have close when the contamination is above 5%. I don't like the way it's worded here, but so it's closed. You can activate this feature and close it when the contamination is above 5%. You can change the percentage here. And what this means is when we get bad tide season and bad water coming from the water source blocks, water gets mixed. And for example here, when it gets to the 5% of contamination, all these four will stop working, or they will close up, and they will not release any bad water into this area. And it's all automatic, by the way. So you set up the rule here, and it's always like that. And then you can have the other one, for example, close when the contamination is below. So when you only have clean water, you can have these sluices closed up. And that could be a good reason to do if you have power wheels in this area. So you push down more water and the power will spin faster and you get more power. And the same thing on the other side, except you will have power wheels working on the bad water. So this is a really nice feature, all automatic, and it works wonderful. And there is one, it's a bit more special than that because right here the depth, we have a dirt block right here, so the depth is only 1. It goes between 0 and 1. If you look at here, the depth is a lot more. So here we can change from 0 all the way to the bottom down to 5, which is where the max is. So in a way here it would be like when the water reaches this level, max level, it's gonna stop, but it's never gonna reach this level because, well, it has to fill up everything, and it's not possible. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to sluice and all the automation. I think this is a great feature. I'm sure all of you are gonna love this. I love this. It's fantastic. The next thing we have, well, this is the old suspension bridge. Beavers walk over it, works great if you use it, and all of that. Then we also get natural overhang. So it's not something you can build in the game, but you can use it in the map editor. And let's see here. Here it is. We have 2, 3, and 4 long, and it's just like regular regular road or dirt. You can create path on it, you can build on it, of course you can have stairs to it, and yeah, it works. I think this could be a really fun thing for map makers to use for adventure and challenge maps. But we also got the overhang. So we have natural overhang and overhang. We have that in different sizes as well. So we have 2, we have 3, 4, 5, and 6 by 1. So this is what they look like. As you can see, it's a bridge, but it's more than a bridge. First, you can build on them. So here we can have stairs and just path, and they can walk over. All good. What we also got is the impermeable floor. And impermeable floor is actually what we have right here. It's first we have a pair of platforms, or a lot of platforms. Then we have a overhang bridge. So it looks something like this. And then we have a, was it too long? So this is what it looks like, this thing here. We also have a pair of levees, and then we have this impermeable floor. As you can see here in between, I hope you can, the water isn't running down. So water is just flowing through this aqueduct I've made. I think we can call it aqueduct. And it's running down here. I've seen some people on Reddit actually redirect bad water straight up outside in some ways on some maps. But I think this, I don't know, this looks interesting. I'm sure this is what Romans felt like when they built aqueducts. Just build it and make it intriguing and fun. Impermeable floor looks really interesting. I'm sure we can find a bunch of ways to use it. And you can also have a path on top of this floor, so your beavers can walk on it. It's just great all around. Fantastic feature. I want to try one thing though. Can we build a warehouse? No, we can't build a warehouse on top of the impermeable floor. But if we removed it, so just on the overhang, we can build anything. As long as there is room, of course. Now let's get into the well-being. First, we have detailers. So let's see here. It's a small building like that. And your beavers get in here. They can print their tails in different colors or shapes. You can also create your own shapes and designs. You need extract for it to work. And you also need holding post. Hang on, maybe we can fix something up. Holding post. And we said we needed extract. Don't I have extract here somewhere? There we go. And the tail is being printed. If you want to add your own, the size design needs to, or the image size needs to be 1024 pixel by 1024, and also it should be PNG with some so the transparency works. You can just go into the browse and select the picture, and then you refresh here and it should show up. I have seen some people paint their beavers with lime green color so they can easily be distinguished from the robots. And yeah, so it's a fun thing. I enjoy it. I can see why. And you can have different colors for different districts, and yeah, I like it. It's a nice small addition, which is quite fun. Then we also have mud pit, which is this building right here. And for this building to work, you also need holding post and you also need dirt. So it's quite expensive to get to it. And this is, hang on. And honestly, I think it's fine. It's definitely a late game thing because you need to have dirt excavator, whatever that thing is called. But honestly, yeah, good. Not too much, not too little. And then we also have this piece right here. It's Earth Recultivator. So it's in the monuments right here. As you can see, 2000 gears, 2000 treated planks, 1500 metal. It's expensive to build. And then on top of that, you need 500 extracts and 500 papers to actually launch the whole thing. So I have all of that, and these people work here just to transport the paper and the extract. They don't do anything else. So it's quite unnecessary to have this many people all the time. But the good thing here is you can always fill up with more stuff and launch again. Oh yeah, and look at the reach it has. So I probably should have built it right here, but that's okay. Let's launch it. There we go. Let's see, balloons, recultivating everything. Honestly, this looks really nice. Lots of balloons flying everywhere, and there we go. And it's closing up right now. Really nice animation. I'm really happy with this. And the last thing we have, which is, I didn't expect this, but it's really nice to have, and that is the metal platforms. So until now, we had this metal platform right here. Hold up. So we had this thing here. It was nice, but it was really expensive and it wasn't worth the trouble. What we have now is, as you can see, quite a lot cheaper. So the metal platform is 200 metal. Then we have metal platform 3x3, which is 30, and 5x5, which is 90 metal. And this is what they look like. There we go. But that's not the only thing here. So this looks nice, right? What you also can do is get platform. So let's say something like here, and then you get a platform on top of the platform. And this is what it looks like. Honestly, I would definitely use this. So hang on here, hang on. Can we do something like this? Oh, that's perfect. You can build more stuff on top of it. Oh, that, as you can see, this is just a great feature, great addition. A lot more people the platforms, the metal platforms are going to be a lot more useful now. And honestly, I can't wait what everybody comes up with. Hang on. Can we, where is it? Can we add you? Yeah, we can. Oh, so we can create maybe a second pool, like a pool on top. Hang on. Wait a minute now. And then we have you. I guess we can create pool somewhere up in the sky now. Oh, that's sweet. That's definitely gonna look interesting. Oh yeah, I forgot one thing. This is actually quite big. Let's see where we can play with this. Okay, this looks good. Until now, until update 6, what you had to do is use, for example, floodgates, and you would place them at the bottom like this, and they would block two things. All right, two things. So you would place them at the bottom, and as you can see, the max they can go up is 3 blocks high, which is okay. But I know some people really love building huge water reservoirs, and well, 3 high isn't enough. You can always place some levees and then floodgates on top, but the water at the last block would never empty up, so that was an issue and never felt right. So what you can do now is get a dam placed at the bottom, then have levees on top to block all the excess water. That's an okay solution if you always want to have water running through. What you also can do is get the sluices at the bottom and then have levees, or and then have maybe triple floodgates. Have something like this, and of course you can place sluices on top of each other and have as many as you want. What it does, and compared to the dam, is that you can control how much water you want to release. So right now, let's block it off. Let's also block it off right here. And there we go. We are reaching our top point. And because the water is above, now the levees will release some water. We can also get it up here and release from the bottom as well. I think there we go. A lot more water is being released now. So this is just fantastic. I really do like what they done. Perfect. Now we have released enough that no more water is being released from the top, just from the bottom. Come on, so many cool things can be done with this. I really enjoyed the update 6, and I can't wait for them to release it so everybody else can enjoy it as much. And if you enjoyed this video, here is another video right here for you to watch. Timberborn, of course. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.